to see the artists all.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. We'd like to thank everybody for viewing from last week. And now this week we have two special guests with us tonight. We have Louann Curtin and Anthony Volpe, who just by chance is not related to me, just happens to have the same last name. But we're trying to figure out through our genetics to see how far back we go with this. But we've already gone back to the old country, some sort of connection. In the meantime, welcome everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on tonight. Louann, as usual, we've been together many years with the Peekskill bid and talking about farmers market. Mm-hmm. So let's start off. How's the farmers market? What's new and grand, and what's the story this year?
Every year it's new and grand,
yes,
but this year we're starting our 16th season, and our theme is going green. Okay.
Very good.
We also are starting the creation. We're doing this year the creation of the Peekskill Farmers Market Cookbook, which Anthony's going to talk about, which is going to be very exciting.
That's where we put him on tonight.
We're going a little different this year. For example, in June we open up on Flag Day, so we're going to distribute flags to the first 100 shoppers. And July is going to be a new twist. We're going to have artists at the market, where we're going to have local artists come by and do their vision of what the Peekskill Farmers Market looks like. So it's going to be very exciting. And in August, we're going to have their exhibits around. September this year, in the fall, apples are going to be the focus. So whatever we can do with apples, that's going to happen at the Peekskill Farmers Market. October, we are doing the Pumpkin Festival, and again, it will be a month-long event on guessing the weight of the pumpkin, which went over really big last year. It was a lot of fun. And the market will be going on through November this year, and we're going to have demonstrations on preserving your produce. We're looking at maybe having some soup people come in and keeping us warm, but we have a lot of exciting things going on.
So it's almost like, every year we've always said how the farmers market seemed to have changed, whether it was at its onset just strictly vegetables and fruits, and now it seems like it's evolving into something else, almost kind of like the way the bid is. It seems like one year would be more directed towards marketing efforts, other years it was capital improvements. What do you see as the focus this year as far as which way are we going? Is there a theme to the farmers market?
Oh, definitely. It's going green. So that is our theme this year, going green. So
anything to attach? Like, is there any gifts or bags or items?
We will be having some great Peekskill Farmers Market bags where people can come, fill them up, and take them back every week.
Who are the vendors? Any special ones? Any
we have a
old-timers?
lot of returning vendors. We have Heathway Farms, Panzarella Foods, Pazzara Wine, Pika's Quiche. We have Stony Flat Farm, Porpiglia Farms, Bread Alone, Pickalicious, Dutch Desserts, excuse me on that one, Dutch Desserts, Manzer's Landscaping, and we also have Cornell Cooperative Extension, Master Gardener coming. And this year, she's going to be doing demonstrations for kids and also adults. So look for new tips on keeping your produce, keeping your lawn, keeping your flowers, everything informational.
All right.
Happy.
Do you have a group that has stood by us like from day one? Is this, or from last year, have you seen a high turnover, or have we continued to actually have there been many who have stayed on since almost day one? And what do you see? What is
I see that we have very devoted farmers and also very devoted patrons. They look forward to it. Since we were one of the first farmers markets in Westchester, we continue to grow, and with so many around, we have to continue making it better so customers continue coming.
So there seems to be competition, let's say, in the lower Hudson Valley when it comes to the farmers market. Like when we first started, what is the year?
16 years.
16 years?
16 years.
We were probably one of the first ones that probably developed at that time, other than maybe in Yonkers.
We were.
And now up and down the Hudson, you see many more of them. It really has taken on its own life. It's got legs of its own.
Well, it actually helps the local, farmers, helps a lot of people.
Sure.
And it's very good to have good fresh produce, fresh desserts, meat, and so on.
Well, how many people attended the farmers market
last year? We had about 22,000 people.
Wow.
So this year, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more, because we're also every month going to have local demonstrations with chefs they're going to take the produce from the market and whip something up. So this way, show us how to, go. And then, this is the exciting part. There's going to be a cookbook coming. Anthony, I know, can talk about that.
A cookbook, and now where are we going with this? I guess that's your segue.
That's it, I guess. Well, we're going to be writing a cookbook, primarily based on the farmers' recipes, some of the farmers from our own kitchens, and put a book together, but in conjunction with the artists in the area, the local artists. As Louann said, we're going to have an Artist Month, where we want the artists to come and bring their palettes or bring their sketchbooks or bring their cameras and put down their impressions of the market. At the end of the summer, we're going to put some artwork and the recipes together with tips and storage and all those type of things, and complete bios of the artists and the farmers. And so there'll be contact information. Also, in conjunction with the artwork, we're going to have an art exhibit at the end of the summer, complete with opening, so that we can show the work. And prizes will be awarded for artwork as well.
Now, is this only for the Peekskill Area Arts Council members, or is this open to
No, this is
any?
for all artists,
Okay.
Local artists outside of Peekskill as well. We want them to come in, experience the market, buy some food, and also we'd like to get their impressions.
So the contact information would be through the Peekskill bid, and
Definitely.
actually you would get that information passed down through the executive director.
Exactly, and we're going to try to contact as many artists as we can, but if you don't get contacted, contact us.
Sure.
Yeah.
Always keep the lines of communication
it.
open. And we've got a newly updated website even on the bid, so it's
Oh,
very
yes.
interactive. Louann?
At peekskillbid.com, it gives a complete list of our ongoing events, what's going on throughout the year. If you have any suggestions, definitely email us. We're always looking for new suggestions and to keep us on the map and let us keep going strong.
Good. Now, the cookbook.
Yes.
How far do you see that going? Does that segue into something else? Is there a possibility almost like to promote Peekskill or the Peekskill
Definitely.
Portland area?
It's something that the city can use. It shows the relationship between the artists, between the farmers, between what's going on in Peekskill. Plus, it's going to be 4-color printing, so the artist's work will be specifically recorded as it is. It's not going to be a black and white rendition of a color photograph, for instance.
And when will this be? You're compiling this now as we speak. You
Right.
started already this project.
Well, we have to wait till the farmers get their recipes. But we'll be putting it together slowly throughout the summer, and then at the end of the summer is when we'll be printing it.
Okay, so this will be coming out late fall, let's say. I guess would be
Right,
the
and
soonest
it'll be
thing.
available through the bid.
But
And
if the artists want to get involved and the farmers, now's the time.
come
Yes.
anytime as soon as we open. Whatever they want to be there, we'd happy to be that, and it would add to the market too. We'd love to see people out there working in their art during the market.
What is the startup date for the market?
June 14th.
June 14th. Now, that's traditional? It's
That's
always been June?
traditional,
Okay.
yeah.
Because there's a Open Artist Studios that occurs on that weekend also, or did they push theirs off this year?
I believe the Open Studios is June 7th and 8th.
June 7th and 8th
Yes.
this year. Oh,
so
it's
it's
actually
usually always a week before we open. We
Oh, we
usually
just started.
open the second week of June.
And do you know anything about the Open Artist Studios? Are you connected with the Peekskill Area Council at all with that, or
We're working more of that's with Ed and Lorraine, or
Ed
working
Lorraine,
primarily with
okay.
that.
Ed
yes,
and Lorraine
huh?
are our executive director of our Peekskill bid. So, all right. So where do we go with this now? So what are any events coming up here in the city as far as through the bid and through the chamber always supports us and the city of Peekskill always supports us. But specifically, what does the bid have on its table this year? What's our mandate this year?
We have so much going on this year. We're starting actually our first Fridays, which run from May 4th through November, I believe.
Yes.
And first Friday of every month, we have entertainment downtown. We have